the seasons change. You're harder than July. You're cold, you switch so fast. You love me like the seasons change. You're harder than July. You're cold, you switch so fast. I could come on over, we can.
Hey everyone, it's Sherelle from Crafty Girl Down South, and I'm getting ready to bring you guys my fall home tour. Now this is the entire tour. It's long overdue. So let's get all formalities out the way. To all of my returning subscribers, welcome back. I'm glad that you decided to join me again. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would love to have you here. And also, if you enjoy my content, please remember to give this video a huge thumbs up and leave me a comment in the comment section below. Let's get to it. So I'm going to start out here with my porch. I did a pretty detailed tour of this in a separate video, so you'll have to watch my fall front porch video if you would like to see that. So I just have some fall pillows out, a fall rug. These are some of my flowers. Some of them have had better days this summer. And then there's my fall flag. And so we're just going to start up here at the front door. And I just have some corn stalks. This welcome sign made from a pallet. And then my planters, and that's pretty much it. My little fall wagon. So we're going to go ahead on and we're gonna head in. Okay guys, so I've stepped into my living room, and this is the view in here. I have my fall screensaver going. So I'm going to kind of give you a close-up of everything, but I'm not going to tell you every single thing. If you want to see the video where I go into detail with everything, I'm going to link it below. And it was my living room fall tour video, but I will link it in the description box. So I'm going to start over here with this couch. And I just have some buffalo plaid pillows. And then I have a throw that I got at TJ Maxx, and that fall pillow. Leaves are falling, autumn is calling, that I picked up at Dollar General this year. And then those buffalo check pillows, those are just pillow covers from Amazon. Over here, I have my toolbox that I decorate every season with just some pumpkin picks and some cotton and some little hay pieces there. And there is that view. And then I have some little pumpkins in my lantern. On over here on this bench, and my husband made this bench for me, I just have a handmade sand. This is the candy, y'all, I'm losing my words. The bubblegum machine from Target Dollar Spot. And I just stuck some candy corn in there. There's my big truck, and I just have some pumpkins and some foliage in there. And then a happy fall sign from Kirkland's a few years ago. Over here, I have these buffalo check pillows that came from Kirkland's, along with a throw and that home sweet home pillow from Dollar General this year. And then on my shutters, I have two DIY cotton wreaths. I wanted them to look pretty rustic. And you can look at my video from yesterday if you would like to see how I did those. Now you can go much more elaborate and make yours much more full than I did here. But I kind of wanted mine to be pretty simple because I have a lot of other stuff in here. So I didn't really want, you know, nothing too extravagant for the look that I was looking for. But you can group several together and all of that. If you want to go look at that video, check out my video from yesterday on the DIY fall cotton wreath. But I will also link it in the description box as well. Okay, moving on along here. I have an owl in a chair that I picked up in an antique store several years ago, along with this Afghan that my mama gave to me. There is an antique candle, but it operates by battery. It flickers. And I will also be inserting a clip at the end of this video of this room at dark where you can see all the lighting. Over here, I have a Witch's Wanted pillow from Target. And I also have some painted pumpkins on some books in my lantern there. Over here, I have a jack-o'-lantern and a boo sign that I got at Kirkland's a couple of years ago. I will turn that on in the video later on as well. And then here's my Halloween tree. If you would like to see how I made this, check out my Halloween tree video. It will also be linked in the description box below. Those crows on the wall came from LTD Commodities that you see. Over here, this is a DIY fence that my husband and I built. And then I have some chairs where I just have a fall throw from Kirkland's and some pillows that I had for several years. My TV stand, I have 2 ladders on either side that my husband built with some throw blankets there from Pier 1 when they went out of business last year. So I got those for much of nothing. And then I also just have a wreath garland from Dollar Tree, and I have some lights in it too from Dollar Tree, and I will be showing that later. Here is this really, really pretty fall screensaver, and that's just on YouTube. I have the same thing in that chair over there, minus the throw. And then I have some bats going up the wall from Amazon. Here on the top, I have 2 lanterns that I picked up from a local boutique. And some lace pumpkins that I got at Steinmart a couple of years ago. I have some amber bottles from Amazon. And then that is a DIY wreath that my cousin made for me last year. And then my garland is from TJ Maxx this year. And I do have some battery operated candles, and I will have those on when I show the clip tonight at the end of this video. Over here, this is a Halloween sign that I got a couple of years ago at Kirkland's. It is also battery operated. You'll see that later on. So on top, I have some spiders from Dollar Tree and those same crows from LTD Commodities. Down here, I have a pillow cover, October the 31st, pillow cover from Amazon in my chair. And then this is one of my prized possessions, this antique typewriter. And I just have a rat on it and the Raven poem by Edgar Allan Poe. And it's just printed out on cardstock from my printer. Over here, I had another pumpkin here. I guess Alden knocked it down, a white pumpkin. So I have these pumpkins that I picked up at Amazon. They're velvet. They came in a set, a larger set. I have this Witch's Brew picture that I picked up this year at TJ Maxx. On the bottom is the Witch's Brew recipe. And then I have this DIY sign that I made about a month ago. I will also link it in the description box. It was made with my Cricut. I have a potion bottle that I picked up at Target Dollar Spot this year. It says Night Owl Elixir. And then I just have some witch shoes. These were actually part of a costume that I purchased from a girl that I went to school with. They were her daughters before they got too little, and I just used them for decor. Over here, I have my Happy Halloween, Eat, Drink, and Be Witchy sign that I picked up this year at Ross. And I think that's pretty much it for the den. And then we're going to head into the dining room. So we're going to go on into the dining room. When you make it into the dining room, the first thing that you see is my DIY chalkboard that my husband and I made. And I will link it in the description box below. We're going to start right here with my table and my centerpiece. So on my table, I have a gray and white buffalo check table runner that I picked up at Hobby Lobby about 2 years ago. I also have some slices of wood that my husband cut with the chainsaw. I use them quite a bit within all of my decor. And then I have some jars here that I picked up at a local boutique, and I just have an LED flameless candle inside of it. And again, I'll show that tonight too, so I can show you how it looks at dark. Over here, I have a dough bowl that I picked up from a local boutique. And I just have various pumpkins spread out, smaller pumpkins that came from, the green ones came from Amazon in a larger set. And then all of these other ones that are cream colored, they came from Walmart. These were $5.94. And I think these were like $1 and something, but they came from Walmart. Over here, it's the same thing, but those pieces of wood over there are sliced, and this one right here is just the whole stump piece that he cut off. And then I turned this way so that you guys can see the room from this view. So I have a harvest sign that I've had it probably to about 4 years, y'all, and it came from Kirkland's. I just have it draped in my china cabinet. And then up there, and I'm going to get closer in just a second, I have 2 lanterns, and they also have the flameless candles in it that are battery operated, and then a fall sign that I got at Kirkland several years ago. I'm going to get on a ladder so you guys can see that closer. And then also, I have the DIY shelves that you guys saw me do in a video last week. I will link that in the description box below too. And then a pillow cover from Amazon, a fall pillow cover. Here is a close-up of the fall sign. And it just says pumpkins, bonfires, nature walks, s'mores, autumn leaves, lattes, and apples. There's that. And then, like I said, it has a lantern on either side, and I picked those up at Hobby Lobby. No, I got those at Pier 1 when they went out of business, both of those. And here is a close-up of the shelf. Those of you that watched my first video, remember I forgot to stain under the bottom, but I have went back and stained under the bottom of both shelves. So on the top, I have a scarecrow, some small tabletop signs from Walmart, some pumpkins from Walmart. They come in a bag, I think for like $2.94. And then I have another Hello Pumpkin sign for Walmart. Okay, guys, so I'm getting ready to turn back around, and then we're gonna look at the bar cart. Okay, so here's my bar cart. And I just have a pumpkin spice latte candle lit to kind of give it those fall vibes, the smells, and as well as the cozy feel. I have some slices of wood again that Jeremy cut for me. And then this leaf, this ceramic wreath, is actually a napkin holder where I can insert some holiday napkins. And I think I got that towel at TJ Maxx or somewhere a couple of years back. Down here on this shelf here, and if you guys watched my dining room tour video, my Halloween tour, then you saw this too. These are faux bread loaves or muffins. They're not real, and I just have them stuck in an antique pumpkin pie dish that a family friend gave to me when his mom passed away. So I have that there. And then I also have, these are shot glasses that I got at an antique store. And I just have them in a wooden tray. Stop it. That I also got from that same family friend that was his mother's. This mural picture came from Tuesday Morning several years ago, along with those mural cups and tray. These little dipping spoons came from Pier 1 a couple of years ago. And this is just the DIY pumpkin from Dollar Tree. And then down here, this rug, this came from Amazon. So there's pretty much that little area there. I feel like it looks really cozy and it screams fall. Over here, these are my DIY lanterns that my husband made for me, and then I just distressed them and then put some chicken wire in it. But I have some leaf tea light holders, and that's a closer view of it. And I just have some orange tea lights burning in each one. Here is my tier tray, my fall tier tray that you guys have already saw. If you would like to see that, I will also have that linked in the description box below. There's another one of my lanterns, and then there is my hay wreath from TJ Maxx this year. Over here I have that same pillow cover from Amazon. It's similar to the one over there, but they came in the same set of 4. It was 4 of them. This, I actually got this a couple of weeks ago. This is an antique scale. I got it off Amazon. And then I just have various pieces of fall decor pumpkins. And then I just have some ears of corn in there. So I will be decorating that every season. And I really, really love that. So that was a nice addition to my decor. You can kind of see it in detail there. Okay, so now we're going to head down the hallway. The first place we're going to stop here is this sign. Now, I made this sign not too long after I had just gotten on YouTube. My husband cut the wood. I stained it, painted the MFD board and cut some vinyl letters. And then he also added these chains here to attach this piece below. And this was just a scrap piece of wood from the garage, and we bought purchased some hooks from Amazon. And then all I did was, and the lighting isn't the greatest in our hallway, so I'm hoping it shows up. I just added some hay here in this basket, and this basket came from Amazon, and so did the hay. And then I just hooked this Hello Pumpkin sign here on one of the hooks. So there's that corner. I'm going to continue on down the hallway. Like I said, the lighting is not that great, but we're gonna try our best. Right now, this is one of those rooms, guys, where I told you it was a work in progress, because I'm currently working on a large sign to go on this wall. We've already cut the wood and stained it and painted the back of the sign, but I'm torn in between what I wanted to say. I think I wanted to say stay a while. I'm not sure yet, but it's going to take up a good portion of this wall here. I am going to show you guys that video. Now, these are some DIY lanterns that I made a couple of years ago from the Dollar Tree Jenga game. And I have another flameless candle and some small pumpkins that's just sitting inside that. There is an amber bottle from from Amazon, a pumpkin from Dollar Tree that I painted, and then just some other pumpkins from Walmart and Dollar Tree. On the floor down here, I have this basket, and I picked up this basket from Hobby Lobby, and I just put a couple of pumpkins in it, and then I just put a furry throw blanket in here just to kind of add a little something to it. And like I said, this lighting is awful in the hallway. I'm going to show you guys this other part of the hall, but I'm going to grab my light so that you can see it better. Okay, guys, this part of my hallway is always so dim, so you see me using a flashlight to make sure that you can see pretty good. This is a cathedral that I purchased at a local boutique, and I will be putting wreaths on it that pretty much correspond with each season. And I don't really use much decor on this part of my hallway. I only have this red big truck, this older truck that I got at Hobby Lobby on the spring clearance sale. And I just have some pumpkins in it with a scarecrow that I've had several years. And then on the bottom portion of the table here, I just have an old radio. And that's pretty much it for this area right here. To include this just a while ago. This is my Halloween area in my dining room. I did another video where I pretty much went into detail about everything that was in this corner. I'm also going to include a clip of that broom, that witch's broom. I got that witch's broom at Kirkland's, and it actually runs, and then it also talks and makes a cackling noise. So I will insert my old clip of that in this video. So up here I have a cauldron with just some random pumpkins in here and gourds, and I just placed a spider on top from Dollar Tree. I have a kerosene lantern. I have this sign from Kirkland's this year. It says Broomstick Cafe. Today's special, if you dare, witch's brew, bat wings, witch hair pasta, and lady fingers. Over here, I have a skull that I picked up at Dollar Tree a couple of years ago, and also some spell books from Dollar Tree. This is another one of those vintage candles that I got at my favorite antique store that you guys always hear me talk about. And then I'll say the book for last. And then on the wall on my cathedrals, I just have some bats from Dollar Tree. Those are the ones with the glitter on it. And then I have some more of those ravens from LTD Commodities. Now down here, this spell book is a DIY that my daughter and I created for Halloween. I think it was her 10th grade year. And we used, the Hocus Pocus spell book was our inspiration. And we used some spell books that we found from the internet, from Hocus Pocus, as well as some other things that we felt we would see in a witch's spell book. And this is the cat transformation spell that Winifred cast on Thackeray Binks. And then here is another one. This is a flying potion spell that we found on the internet, and we just used dark wax to make it look aged. Some other items that we felt we would, possibly see in a witch's spell book. And here's a life potion that Winifred used on Thackeray Binks. We also did the same thing at the end. I found some, I think these actually came out of a possible spell book, but I put them in here. And this, guys, this used to be an atlas, so I just used pictures at the beginning of it and the end for which spells. But you can see the inside that it used to be an atlas, and we gutted a lot of the pages so that it wouldn't be so heavy. And we aged them with the wax. Okay, and then the best part about this spell book is the beginning of it. Now, I was supposed to go back. This was packed down in my Halloween decoration, and my snakes ended up getting chipped off because we made the snakes and everything else, like here, the raised portions with modeling clay. But when it was packed down, the snakes, parts of it broke off. So I need to remodel that and repaint those silver. But we made this book with wet paper towel for the to make it look like skin, and then we used Mod Podge for it to stiffen, and just a combination of various things. And there are the fingers that look like they have been stitched on the spell book. So that's that for this particular corner. Okay, guys, so we're getting ready to head into the kitchen and then take the tour into that area. So I'm going to start over here in this corner. And this is the Autumn Kisses and Pumpkin Spice Wishes. I got this at Dollar General, and it just has the little easel on the back. And then this is the little tiered tray that I picked up at Target Dollar Spot. And I just stuck some candy corn in there. And these are some little jars that I got at Target Dollar Spot. And this is a Lazy Susan. So it spins, and I'm just going to turn this into like a little hot cocoa area. Alden loves to eat his drink, his hot cocoa with peppermint. So I'm going to put some peppermint in this jar here, and then this is a salt and pepper shaker that I got at Ross. And then when you spin it around, let's see, I just have some Girl Scout coffee pies, and this is the truffles. I hadn't tried that one, but I have tried the thin mint one, and then it's a chocolate and peanut butter one that I tried. My mama gave me those, so I just stuck a couple of those there. Over here, this is a pumpkin, well, it's a menu that I picked up at Dollar General. It was on their clearance sale for their spring items, and I just wrote pumpkin pie, s'mores, turkey, and latte. Just the first things that came to my mind on that little chalkboard. And then here, this was a thrift find, and this is like an antique book holder. And I just cleaned it up. It still kind of looks rusty and worn looking. And then I'm just using this to store napkins and paper plates. And then I'll change those out each season. And then here I just have a fall towel that I picked up at, I think, Target Dollar Spot a couple of years ago, or Target a couple of years ago. So that's that. So that's that particular corner there. And then, so now we're going to head on over further. And then over here, this is like my microwave. And then this, I showed this in a previous haul. This is the mug rack from Hearth and Hand. And I just stuck several holiday mugs on here. This one came from TJ Maxx. You say which like it's a bad thing. I showed that on another one of my hauls. This came from Dollar General, pumpkin spice season. This one right here, this Hocus Pocus mug came from Kirkland's. And then this Fall in Love with the wood grain, it came from Dollar General as well. Now, on over to my stove. Here, I just have two. These are like some little candle holders, and I just have tea lights lit in these. My mama gave me these a couple of years ago. And then I got this pumpkin, You Are the Pumpkin to My Spice spoon rest from Dollar General this year. And then I just have this pumpkin pecan waffles candle lit. And then on the back of my stove, I have some wood that Jeremy cut for me maybe about 2 years ago. And then I think I got these little salt and pepper shakers, the squirrel and the owl. And then over here, I have the pumpkin ones. I think they came from Dollar Tree a couple of years ago. And then I just have this easel that I wrote autumn time on it with a small leaf. When I scoot back a little bit, I have 2 tea towels on my stove. This one says Witch's Brew Potion, and it came from Ross. Brew with only the finest all natural ingredients in the grand tradition of Salem's finest witches. And then this is one of the other towels that came in the set of 4. So that's what I have there. And then over here, I have my Keurig with this morning pumpkin mug there. I got it from Kirkland's. It has the little buffalo check in the inside. I have a ladder that I made from some scrap wood. Then I have another towel that I think I got at TJ Maxx a couple of years ago, a pumpkin spice towel. This is just a little pumpkin. And then the tag, oh my gourd, I love fall sign from Dollar General. And then a piece of corn from Dollar Tree. This is just a little stand I think that I got from Etsy with some amber bottles that I got from Amazon. And then I got these labels from Etsy. Over here, I just have above my sink, I made this little stand. Well, Jeremy screwed it together. I think I cut the wood. And then I just have this pumpkin spice sign from Dollar Tree. And then I have another one of those salt and pepper shakers from Dollar Tree. And then just some pumpkins from Dollar Tree. I don't have anything in this corner but dishes. And then over here, this is a magnet. My mama gave me this a couple of years ago. Her friend gave it to her. I think it came from LTD Commodities a couple of years ago. And you guys, my cabinets, I was waiting to have Alden touch them up before I did my home tour, but I was really just ready to go ahead on and get it out the way. So I said, I'm just gonna do it. It is what it is. They will get repainted before Christmas. So anyway, I have this magnet from LTD Commodities, I think is where my mama's friend got it from. And this is a fall one on this side, that refrigerator magnet. And then over here, this one is a Halloween magnet. It has a witch on it on that side. So there's just kind of like a, oh, and then I got this. This is like a cookie jar canister from Dollar General. I got this year. So this is just an overall view. Like I said, you guys, I have a small kitchen. So that's just pretty much an overall view. I really want to paint these cabinets white. We will see if we'll get that done. But this is just how it looks right now. And I like how it turned out. Like I said, I did want to get a chance to get it painted. But like I said, I'm still kind of happy with it right now. And everyone, this is just a quick clip that I added in of the kitchen after I did the DIY wreath that you see above my stove. Okay, guys, so we're gonna go ahead on and start in the laundry room. Now, I'm shooting this a couple of days before I am shooting the other part of my laundry room because we have an electrician coming in to move the breaker box. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have to move my shelves because he's wanting to move it to another location. So I really don't know. I'm a little bit frustrated with that, but we'll see. So I went on and did this the night before he's supposed to be coming to change things out tomorrow. Okay, so this is just kind of like an overall view of it. And like I said, the only area that I decorated my laundry room is this shelf, this area above my washer and dryer. Not the other part of the laundry room. I showed it in another video where I showed all the shelves. Right now it's not even ready to be filmed because I wasn't planning on filming it right now. So we're gonna focus on the portion of the video that has the portion of the room that has fall decor in it. So here's just a back to just look at all three shelves, and then now I'm going to zoom in and tell you guys about each of the items. So up here on the top shelf, these are some bird houses that have like a green burlap material on them. My mama gave me these a couple of years ago. She doesn't decorate as much as she used to. And then I just have a pumpkin sitting there. And those leaves are falling off of the birdhouse. Okay, over here, this is something else that my mama gave me. It's kind of like a push cart with fall flowers, and the handles and the wheels are made of wood. And then over here, this is another birdhouse, and I just stuck a pumpkin there as well. On down here on the second shelf, I got this at TJ Maxx a couple of years ago, and it's like a metal caddy, and you can kind of stick things down in the jugs there. I thought about putting Wreath there before I did my full home tour, but it is what it is, and I had to go ahead on and shoot today, and so I didn't get a chance to do it. Over here, this is an antique washboard that I picked up at that antique store that you guys always hear me talking about. And so I just have this tag, this pumpkin patch tag sitting in front of it that I got from Dollar General with the ceramic pumpkin from Dollar Tree. Down here, this is a dough ball that I picked up a couple of years ago from an antique store, and I just filled it with this pumpkin came from Dollar Tree, and these are actually the foam pumpkins from Dollar Tree that I DIY'd a couple of years ago. This one has a texture to make it look like it's bumpy, but that just came from a result of using spray paint. It kind of gave it like a weathered look. I really like that. There's some cotton that I actually picked up out of a field last year. And then on down here to the third shelf, I got this little wood basket from Walmart a couple of years ago, and I just added the little handles to it from the jute twine that you can buy at Walmart, the rope. These are burlap pumpkins from Dollar Tree a couple of years ago, and of course you guys already recognize the Dollar Tree hay. And I just stuck pumpkins on either side of there. And then that's a DIY foam pumpkin that I stuck a stick in it for a stem. And I added a little bit of the raffia there inside of it. This is just a basket. You can kind of see it has a pumpkin on the outside of it that I think I got at Dollar General a couple years ago. And then down here, this is just a basket where I have like baking soda and a scoop where we add it to our laundry. And that pretty much is it for my fall decor that you see in my laundry room. And like I said, the rest of the laundry room, it is not ready to be filmed because I was not planning on filming today. So there's that. This is just Aiden's bathroom. It's a very small bathroom, so I don't have much fall stuff in here. Well, you really can't do much decor in this bathroom anyway. I did do that accent wall with some wallpaper from Amazon, and then this ladder, my husband made this ladder here. And then on the back of the toilet, I just have a galvanized watering can that I got at Walmart a couple of years ago. And then I think I got this I don't know if I got it at Dollar Tree or Dollar General, I don't forget. So that's pretty much the only touch of fall that I have in Aiden's bathroom. Okay guys, so we're getting ready to head into the front bathroom. And I told you both of my bathrooms are small, so I have to kind of get it at a different angle to get all of it in. So when you first come in, you're looking at this ladder. Jeremy also made me this ladder, and I just have a Dollar Tree sign on it that says thankful and blessed. And that's the same wallpaper in here that I got from Amazon. Down here on the bottom, this is a wagon. This is a wagon that Jeremy also made. And I normally just stick tissue in it. And then we just have a couple of pumpkins just laid in there. Over here, I hadn't really changed much up here. I just have this pumpkin here. And this is also a DIY lantern from the Dollar Tree Jenga game. And then I just have my hand soap and hand sanitizer jars. I got those amber bottles from Amazon, and I got the labels from Etsy. Over here on the toilet, I just have this antique tray that I got at my favorite antique store. And then I just have this table decor from Dollar Tree. Oh my gourd, I love fall. Some corn from Dollar Tree. This little fox from Dollar Tree. And then up here I have a small shelf that we got from Amazon. I have 2 pumpkins that came from Walmart. And then I have a welcome fall sign. And then another ceramic pumpkin from Dollar Tree. And then I just have this shelf up here. And I have a ceramic pumpkin from either Dollar Tree or Dollar General a couple years ago. 2 small pumpkins from Walmart from that sack, that $2.94 sack. And then one of those shadow box signs from Dollar Tree. And so, and over here, that's just my shower curtain. It's just a once around view. So that's pretty much it. Okay guys, we're going to move the tour to Alden's room. First, I'm just going to do a once around the room, and then we'll zoom in and talk about some of the individual items that I have in here. Okay guys, I'm going to start my tour over here in this corner. This is Alden's teepee, and I ordered this on Amazon a couple of months back. And then in the inside we have a lantern. I think I got it at Dollar General about 2 years ago. It's battery operated. And then I have a pillow cover that says Gather Together that I've had about 2 years that I got that pillow cover from Amazon. Up here, I just have a garland that I got at Dollar Tree a couple of years back. And then this set of starlights came with his tent. So I'm going to show after dark once through of his room later on in the video. Over here, I have a garland that I picked up at Dollar Tree. The skeleton came from Dollar Tree too.
scoot that down a little bit. Because since he's so young, he likes the Halloween theme more so. So I incorporated some bits of Halloween in his room, as well as stuff from the regular fall theme. And this Nightmare Before Christmas, it's with Jack and Sally. It's a duvet cover, and it came with 2 pillowcases. So I have 1 pillowcase on the top, and on my top bunk, all I have is just a white sheet there, and I just have the Jack and Sally pillow cover. I'm looking for a white quilt to just keep on this top bunk bed, because I also have another duvet cover for Christmas time. So he has like a rustic theme bedspread, and he has 2 comforters for the top and the bottom that are the same. So it looks better with me just keeping something white up here throughout the holiday season, instead of keeping 1 comforter up here and then the holiday comforters, because it would clash. But like I said, this is a duvet cover, and I just stuck his bottom comforter inside the duvet cover. It's just a much cheaper way. It's a much cheaper way to save money instead of buying a whole comfort set every holiday. And it's also good for space, so I don't have to worry about storing comforters every season, because the duvet cover feels more like a sheet. And then once you put the comforter in there, you know, it still will keep you warm anyway. Now over here, this is his toy box. And what I have over here, I kind of set up like a little reading nook, because you can also sit on this. I said I was going to get a cushion to put up here where he can sit up here and read books, and he can also read books over there in his tent. So here are some velvet pumpkins. This came in a larger set from Amazon, and this one came from Family Dollar. This is a scarecrow that I've had for some years, and he's just sitting on a stool that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. And all of these are just I picked out some fall and Halloween books. These are actually some of the Thanksgiving books, and I just set them up here where we can pick them right off the shelf, instead of having to go through and pull. I pulled some out that we'll be reading. This right here is an old scarecrow ladder. I've had it for several years, and I just pulled it out and just set it up here in front of. I feel like this whole area right here goes well together. I just have a pumpkin sitting on his table. This is where he sits in here a lot of times if I let him eat in his room. And then here is his bookshelf. And like I said, you can't really get a clear look of everything because I have his kitchen set and grocery cart sitting there, but I'll move that out the way. So I just have, this is the candy machine that I picked up at, the bubblegum machine that I picked up at Target Dollar Spot, and he loves Smarties, so I just stuck some Smarties in there. And then here at the top, this is our Halloween bookshelf, and that sign in the middle, Dead and Breakfast Inn Vacancy, that sign came from Target Dollar Spot. I have a pumpkin here from Target Dollar Spot, the chalkboard pumpkin, where it has the orange outside, and I just wrote on it, Alden Spooky House. That cat back there is a cat that, Alden, is a cat that my mama used to decorate with when my brother and I were young, and she gave it to me about 2 years ago. So I have that there, and then I have a pumpkin that I got at Dollar Tree a couple of years ago. And then here's a Halloween tree. It's just very simple. I wanted it to kind of look scraggly, so I didn't really put a lot of mesh in it. I put a little bit in there because it kind of resembles the little thin, pitiful trees from the Nightmare Before Christmas. And then I have a ghost that my brother and I had when we were younger that my mama gave me about 2 years ago. So that's pretty much that area. I normally put a rug in front of his door, so I'm probably going to end up, we really don't use this door that much, so I'm probably still going to put a Halloween rug there. And in previous years I've even put a wreath there on the inside part of the door. But I just did something simple because he plays in this room pretty much every day. So I didn't want to have a whole lot of stuff. And there's him with his police outfit on the floor. A lot of stuff in the way. You know, so now, you know, he can pretty much make his way around and everything. And over here, guys, that's his costume nook, where we hang up all his costumes. We just used some wood and added some hooks, and Jeremy put them on the wall. So there's just a closer look of that if you want to see that. It's just a costume nook.
I like my costumes.
Okay, guys, so we're going to look at my guest room now. This room is Maury's room when she's home. As many of you know, she's off to college, and I just revamped this room. I still have some things to do to it, but if you want to know a little bit more about that, then watch my guest bedroom revamp, and I will have it linked below in the description box. But guys, I will tell you about the pumpkins, the 2 gold ones. They came from Walmart a couple of years ago. And then the light blue ones came from Target Dollar Spot this year. And then those black candelabras came from Amazon. I have plans to use those for Halloween.
Every moment tonight, they led me to you. Every single time you look at me, I lose it too. Why don't you come sit next to me? Let things happen naturally, like it used to be. I don't wanna go and waste another.
Okay, guys, we're getting ready to start the tour of my bedroom. Now, our room is pretty small, so I always try to utilize my space as best I can. Here, I don't really like a lot of clutter, so here is just the once around, and then I'll go back and then I'll start kind of showing some stuff up close to show you guys what I've done or where I got my items from. And then there, right there is just the TV. I have it on a fall background. And then there's just the closet there. Okay, so I guess I will start right here with this chest. This is a cedar chest that I got from a family friend. When his mom passed, he gave me this, and it's a lined cedar chest. And I normally keep all of my extra throws and things like that in here. Here I have just this column, and I normally just I have one of these old Crocs that I got from that same family friend. It was his mother's, and I just burned candles in it. This is like a throw rug from Amazon, and I've used this all over my house, from my table to at the end of a bed for throws to draped on chairs, just wherever you name it. This is an old purse. It was actually in that small suitcase that you see there. I actually bid it on this in an auction, and it belonged to an older lady, and she had passed away, and her children were having an auction to auction off some of the things that they were not able to keep. And so I thought that would be cute with the warm colors, because I'm pretty much going for traditional colors this year in my house, and that's pretty much what I've emphasized in this room. Wait till I get through. And so I just put that purse here on the end of the chest. I thought it would be somebody would come in and just sit their purse down, and that would be some, you know, kind of a good look for them. And then here I just have an old radio. Now I have 2 of these. I think one of them I think both of them I actually got in auctions, but one of them works and one doesn't. So this is the one that I have in my room. I also have another one in the hallway, so I'm not sure which one that is. Okay, next I'm going to head over here to the dresser. So on the dresser, I just have these 2 amber bottles. Remember I told you guys I got them in a set of 4 from Amazon. I have a bowl here with pumpkins. I think I got this bowl from an antique store. And then I have another amber jar there. I also have this runner. This is actually a table runner. I've had it about 2 years, and I've used this on my dining room table. I've just used it several places over the last 2 years, and pretty much for a variety of different holidays. So I just decided to drape it on my dresser. So that's pretty much how that looks. And then over here in this corner, I just have a chair and I have a pillow cover. That's a pillow cover from Amazon, and I just put it on the pillow that I normally keep here in this chair. On the wall, these are windows that my husband made. You guys know that we make a lot of our wall decor and other accent pieces. So that's a window that he made. I distressed it and chalk painted it. And then we placed hooks on it. And then I got these lanterns from Amazon. And they're battery operated. So there are batteries in there for that. That's that. Over here, I have a garland that I purchased at Kirkland several years ago, and the only thing that I did here was stick a set of fairy lights in it, and these fairy lights have been used a lot. I actually purchased these fairy lights for my daughter when they were working on their senior float last year in October, and then I reused them around the house for Christmas, and then now I'm using them again for fall. So that's what those lights are that I draped in that Kirkland's garland. On my bed, these are also pillow covers from Amazon. They're pretty velvety. They feel good. So I got that set of 2 pillow covers from Amazon. Here, this is a tray that I made from some scrap wood when we did our shelves last year in the utility room. That's where that came from. And then I ended up reusing the legs that are underneath it. It came from an old TV stand, and I just glued those legs on the bottom of the tray. This was my grandmother's kerosene lantern. I didn't put any kerosene in it. I just set it there. And then these are just some pumpkins. I think one came from Walmart, one from somewhere else. This throw on the end of the bed, it came from Amazon. I had tried to purchase it twice. The first time it was out of stock, and I ended up being able to catch it the next time. And I thought it was just really cute, and it was really nice with that fall touch. This, not until I get through. This right here is the suitcase that I was telling you about, that I had purchased at an auction, and it's pretty much been used all over my house too. From the living room to in here, from the dining room, I've had it pretty much some of everywhere. Over here, and this is one of these shutters here. These were in my husband's aunt's barn, and I just cleaned these shutters up, and then I just put some chalk paint, but I wanted the wood grain to still kind of show through there. So, and we just put them on either side of the window. Here I have the same window that he made. And then here, this is one of the things that I'm getting ready to change. I've been trying to get my husband to make, that's why I haven't purchased any, because I have this design in my mind that I want him to do for me, but I haven't been able to get him to do it so far. I want him to make me some rustic nightstands. So I've kind of been trying to hold off on purchasing some to see if he's going to do it. This nightstand here is just a DIY that I ended up doing about 2 years ago. I just kind of chalk painted it. You wet sanded it to kind of make it distressed. And then I changed the knob out and put that glass knob on it there. And you can kind of see the top of it got cracked. This glass on it did not come on it. We ended up getting some mirror glass cut at Lowe's, And we ended up moving it or something one time, and then it ended up getting cracked. But I'm kind of tired of it, and I want something different. Plus, that bottom area that you see, normally it's a catch-all for like my husband's deodorant and lotion and body wash and things like that. I just cleared it out. So I've been trying to get him to make me 2 nightstands with a door with hinges, so that when he puts all of his items underneath it, they won't be an eyesore because the door will shut. I'll let you guys know if he does that. I will film that process. And then this is just a lantern that I've had for a long time, and I just have a flameless candle in it from Amazon. And then these are just some pumpkins that I placed on the table. So that is pretty much it for my bedroom tour for fall. Like I said, we have a very small room. I don't like a lot of clutter, so I normally just kind of keep it, you know, pretty simple. So let's head on over to the next room.
Every moment tonight, they led me to you. Every single time you look at me, I lose it too. Why don't you come sit next to me? Let things happen naturally, like it used to be. I don't wanna go and waste another day, mess it up again, lost in my way. I'll be the one to have the highest price to pay. If I make it home tonight, may I hold you one last time? Let me hold you one last time. What if it's too late for me now? What if you gone to someone else, so we can never be the same? How can I make up for my sins? Now I'm lonely and it kills me. Can you hear me, babe? I'm lonely. I know you don't wanna talk, but just pick up the phone. We could go for a walk, talk about the things we know. Why don't you come sit next to me? Let things happen naturally, like it used to be. I don't wanna go and waste another day, mess it up again, lost in my way. I'll be the one to have the highest price to pay. If I make it home tonight, may I hold you one last time? Let me hold you one last time. What if it's too late for me now? What if you gone to someone else, so we can never be the same? How can I make up for my sins? Now I'm lonely and it kills me. May I hold you one last time? Let me hold you one last time. What if it's too late for me now? What if you gone to someone else, so we can never be the same? How can I make up for my sins? Now I'm lonely and it kills me.
Guys, I'm going to share this Halloween flashlight with you guys. I actually have 2 of these. These flashlights were my brother and I's when we were coming up. My mama bought them for us when we were very young, and we would always use them when we would go trick-or-treating. And I use these with my 2 older kids, and then now I'm going to use it with Alden. We actually used it last year for Halloween, but then I've also took it out this year to use it. And it has different settings where it comes on, but it also makes various haunted sounds. Let's see if I can get it to focus. So thunderstorm, creaking door, witch cackle, ghost moan, evil laugh, wolf howl, help cry, and Jacob's ladder. And Alden loves the witch cackle. See, I turned it on, and then just made better back then because, like I said, these flashlights are over 20 years old and they still work. So I just thought I would share that in this Halloween fall home tour.
That's a great.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting around. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time when you're around me. But this time, girl, I know what's bothering me. I need somebody to love. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Don't you see what's wrong with me? I need somebody to love. Oh, oh, nah, nah. I don't know what I could say to convince you to hang around when you don't have to. There's so much that I'm still keeping to myself, 'cause you don't listen, babe. But still you got me missing you. When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting around. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time when you're around me. But this time, girl, I know what's bothering me. I need somebody to love. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Don't you see what's wrong with me? I need somebody to love.
Okay, everyone, this concludes my fall home tour. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, Crafty Girl Down South. Also, be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up and leave me a comment in the comment section below. And also, guys, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at Crafty Girl Down South, all together, no spaces. And on Facebook at Crafty Girl Down South, no spaces. And also be sure to check out any of my previous videos. I have an entire fall series. So if you would like to look at some of those DIY signs and projects that I talked about during the tour, I will have all of those linked in the description box below. Until next time, guys, bye-bye.
Feel right, I can't